Hi, my name is Storyman Bob, and I'm going to read you a story right now, kind of a fun one. It's called Dirt Boy. Do you like to play in the dirt? Fister Farnello loved dirt. Okay, it's a strange name, but he's still just a kid who likes playing in the dirt. Every day he rolled round and round in it, making delicious mud pies, which he ate. The mud squished and squashed under his feet, tickling his toes and making him laugh until dirt sprayed out his nose. Ooh. Late one afternoon, Fister Farnello slowly returned home from the further corner of his backyard. His clean and mean mother was waiting. "Into the tub at once," she shouted. "You smelly, stinky, mucky, gritty, grimy, grubby little dirt boy." "No, no, please," Fister cried and begged. But Fister's mother would hear none of it. She wrestled off his clothes and plopped them on the floor. Now, if you're full of dirt, when you take your clothes off and throw them on the floor, a pile of dust will fly up. And that's what happened. His dirty clothes cast big clouds of dust. Kapoof! Nobody could see a thing. That's when Fister made his escape. He heard his mother calling after him, "Fister Farnello!" But he didn't look back. Fister ran and ran from everything clean until he found himself deep in the woods. He climbed to the top of a small hill and nestled into a soft, cozy little dip where he fell fast asleep. Can you see him lying there in a little dip? Don't know what that is, do you? The next day, Fister awoke to a terrible rumbling sound and shaking. He thought it was an earthquake. "Who's there?" boomed a bellowing voice. Fister Farnello had fallen asleep in the belly button of a giant. "I am Dirt Man," the giant continued, "and I haven't taken a bath in 1,000 years. When Fister got to his feet, he shouted, "Oh yeah? Well, I'm Dirt Boy, and I haven't taken a bath in almost 2 days." The giant peered down and smiled, flashing his moldy green teeth. The two instantly became friends. You will notice that when Fister ran out of the bathroom, the only thing he had on was his underpants. Dirt Man and Dirt Boy passed the time playing dirt games in the woods. Dirt Man usually won. He was a lot bigger. Night after night, Fister's mother waited for him to come home until she fell sound asleep. But deep in the woods, Fister ran around as Dirt Boy. His hair got tanglier and scragglier with each passing day. A bird made a nest on one side. A family of country mice moved in on the other side. The birds chirped all day and the mice squeaked all night. Then down by his feet, all of a sudden, sproing, a giant purple mushroom sprouted between his toes. Then another pop and another pop, pop. Man, does he have a lot of dirt on him. The birds and the mice started to complain. "Pee-you," they cried. "Can't you do something?" But Dirt Boy couldn't do anything. He didn't even have a toothbrush. Every time he opened his mouth, out came a thick green cloud of stink. Blah! Sighed Dirt Man as he paused to lick the mildew off of a rock. Dirt Man. "You don't look so bad to me," he said. A patch of stray weeds curled and twisted out of Dirt Boy's nostrils. Ooh! And a clump of moss started to creep out of his belly button. His skin felt so icky and slimy that he began to cry, big muddy tears. "Not to worry, my rotten little friend," said the giant. "You smell fine to me." He leaned over and took a couple of whiffs. "You smell just like dirt. So right, so delicious." The Dirt Man, giant, greedily smacked his grimy lips, crouched way down and sucked in as hard as he could with a terrible whoop. The giant sucked in trees and boulders and rivers and clouds. Well, maybe, I don't know, but Dirt Boy hung onto a tree really tight as the giant sucked everything else in. Dirt Boy managed to escape. Fister Farnello ran back through the woods until he happened upon something familiar. Who's that? That's his mother. But But Fister's mother took one look and screamed, "A monster!" Fister tried to say, "Mom, it's me!" But his teeth were so covered with gunk that all that came out was "Woof, woof, 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 woof." "Shoo," she said, and she tried to swing a broom at him. She tried to drive this creature back into the woods. When the broom didn't work, she grabbed the hose and sprayed the monster with the hose. Then an amazing thing happened. The water washed away a little of the dirt, leaving the faint shape of a long-lost boy. She wondered, could it be? "Fister, is that you?" she whispered. Fister used the dirt from his fingers and wrote on the wall, "Yes." It took 23 bars of soap, 16 bottles of shampoo, 179 gallons of bath water, 44 million bubbles, and 11 tubes of toothpaste to finally get Fister Farnello clean. Something was different, thought Fister to himself. His skin felt soft and smooth. His breath was fresh, and his face was shiny and bright. And when at last he finished his bath, Fister felt lighter, as if walking on air. Of course, he took all the dirt off. He has to be lighter. He fell asleep in his mother's arms that evening. Word of young Fister's wild adventure traveled quickly. His name became known throughout the neighborhood and across the land. For a long time, Fister and his mother kept watch for Dirtman the Giant out in the woods. Do you see Dirtman the Giant out in the woods? I think I see him, but it's hard to tell. Today, Fister Farnello still likes to get dirty, but he also likes to get clean. That's cool. I like to be dirty too, but I also like to sometimes get clean. Good to be able to do both.